Hey everyone, so today we are going to be having potato haystack casserole for dinner, and we are using the Flour and Grace cookbook. And instead of hamburger, I'm going to be using some sausage, but we are going to heat our pan up first. Okay, so I am cooking up the sausage, and we're going to add 2 teaspoons of chili powder and 2 packets of taco seasoning to the meat. Okay, so we got the taco seasoning added and the chili powder. Mercy ended up making me some taco seasoning because we did not have any on hand. So thank you to Mercy for doing that. And now, while this cooks up, I think I'm going to start working on the potato part of it. Okay, so my sausage is cooking, and Faith is stirring that for me, and I'm going to make the potato part as that's doing that. So first, we're going to open the sour cream and add 2 cups of sour cream. And then we have a large bowl that we're going to mix this all in. So we'll start with 2 cups. Should I have a different bowl? Actually, no, I don't want this bowl anyways. It's fine. And then we're going to add 2 cups of milk. Spill a little bit. Okay. And we're going to add 2 packets of ranch dressing mix. And then we're just going to stir that all up. Just going to mix this all up. I have like the worst spoon for this at the moment. I just used a tablespoon, and I should have used a better spoon for stirring, but it'll work at the moment. One of my sisters actually just got me a whisk, so we'll use the whisk instead. I'll just give that a quick whisk, and then we are going to add 3 pounds of the shredded hash browns into it. Okay, so we have the hash browns, and this is a 4-pound bag, so I'm just going to add, like, I don't know, just a bunch of it. I'm going to try to, like, smash it up a little bit here, but I'm just going to add most of the bag, like that. Keep a teeny bit in here. And then we're just going to get this all stirred up. Yeah, that might work a little better. Thank you. Sister now just got me a rubber spatula, so thank you. I would just try to get this all. I should have got my wooden spoons out today, but I didn't, so. And then once the ranch sauce is all covered, the ranch dressing is all covered in, got the potatoes all covered in it, then we're going to put this into a large pan. I made this once before with my sister-in-law, actually, at my sister's house, and I remember it took up a lot of the pans, so I think we used several pans, and that day we actually cut the recipe in half. So might need another pan, but we are going to try adding this all first. So there's how it's looking. I'm just going to add this right in there. And I actually wouldn't mind if I have some for a different pan, because you're supposed to put Doritos on the top, and I have a sister who will not eat Doritos. So then I could do one with and one without. So that would be nice. I have Faith stirring my sausage while I am working on this part of the recipe. Okay, so I got this much in the pan at the moment, and then I have this much left to put in another pan. So I will go and do that real quick. Okay, so I got a 8-inch, actually I think it's a 9-inch pie plate, and I'm just going to put some of this, not all of it, I'm going to just put a little bit more of this in the other pan, because it's going to be very full if I add all this. Just add it to the bottom. Thank you, Chrissy. Just going to add it to the bottom of my pan here, and then I'm going to add the rest of it into my number 13 that I'm using. Okay, so now that is ready for the next part, which is adding sausage, I believe. Let's see here. Yes, so next we are adding the sausage on top. Okay, so we got the sausage, and we're just going to add that right on top. So just pour it right on top of all of the potato. And then add it into our big pan here. And then we're going to go and make our cheese sauce. So, just getting that all spread on there. Thank you. Alright, so now that is all ready, I will show you guys real quick what that looks like. So there we have the pie plate of it and the number 13. Mercy made me an iced coffee. I believe she showed how to do it over on her YouTube channel, so if you want to check her out, I believe her channel is called Mercy Joe's Kitchen, and I will try to link that down below. Okay, so first we're going to add half a cup of butter into a pot, and we are going to melt that. I actually only have small sticks at the second, little half sticks, so we are going to just do 2 1/4 cups. Okay, so we're going to melt that. And then we're going to add half a cup of flour to the melted butter. So I'm just going to get here. It's ready. And we are working on the cheese sauce at the moment. Takes a minute for the butter to melt, and especially since I'm using the small burner at the second, so that just takes a little bit longer. And then we're also going to add some salt and pepper and some cheese as well. Okay, so the butter is melted. Now we're going to add our half cup of flour. We're just going to stir it until it is all mixed in. We want it well incorporated. And now we are going to add 5 cups of milk. Alright, so we are adding our milk in there. Alright, we're going to need some more. Okay, so we are adding our 5th cup of milk in there. And now we just want to add a little bit of salt and pepper. And then we're going to whisk that up. And now we're just going to wait until this gets a little bit warm, and then we're going to add 2 cups of cheese. Okay, so now I am adding 2 cups of cheese, and I am just going to whisk that until it is melted, and then we are going to put this cheese sauce over top of our sausage. Alright, so now we're just taking the cheese sauce and pouring it over top, and we're just going to try to get it all covered up, and then we're going to bake it. Okay, so they have the cheese sauce on and they are all ready to go in the oven, and we are going to bake these at 350, 45 to 60 minutes, and then we are going to put the Doritos on top. So I'm just going to put the Doritos on top of this one, and I'm not going to put any on this one because I want my sister to be able to eat some as well. Okay, so here is how it turned out.